Hello there. We got back at like 7:30 or no, we got back around 7:30 p.m. last night, and now it's 6:07 a.m. We got a text yesterday evening saying our tour's at 6:15 a.m. because we're going to Cape Coast, which is quite far from Accra. It takes about 3 to 4 hours to get there and 3 to 4 hours back. There's overall a 10-hour tour. I assume that includes those 3 hours and 3 hours, so it could be quite a short tour overall. Our first stop when we get there will be Kakum National Park. I probably pronounced that wrong, but Kakum. Over there, there's suspension bridges that hang over trees. It looks terrifying to us. I'm scared of heights as well, and those bridges definitely shake. But it looks amazing from the pictures. So even if I don't walk those bridges, it'll be cool to see them. And then after that, you go to Elmina Castle and also Cape Coast Castle as well. Over here, you learn a lot about the history of the area and the slave trade, the transatlantic slave trade. You see dungeons and stuff like that. A lot of dark history related to Africa and obviously America as well. So there's a bit of history learning today and a bit of adventure as well. And I heard that the Cape Coast is like a great place to go, and I heard the scenery of it going there as well is amazing. So I look forward to it. Me and Mum and I are both very tired, but yeah. We got an early breakfast. They said they'd bring it up, I think, yesterday, but I think we must have misheard them because they called us at 6 a.m. to say to calm down. But yeah, they got breakfast ready early for us, which we appreciate. Partly because we got to get our malaria tablets down us, preferably with food. We do it in the morning, so we've got to keep taking those. And yeah, it's going to be a good tour today. And tomorrow should not be an early wake up like this. Tomorrow is a pretty decent tour as well though, but today Cape Coast, and I'm very excited and I'm looking forward to learning some things today as well. So yeah, it's going to be very fun. The last 2 days I represented Hawthorn, Arsenal, and now we got Ferrari. We've got to represent every team. Not every team actually. I've not brought a Lakers cap or a LA Kings cap, but 3 teams is enough. All right, so let's get down, and before they pick us up, let me eat something. Probably not the wisest wearing the same trousers as yesterday. They're still a bit brown from climbing those shy hills. These shoes are almost done for. They were already ripping, but they got made worse yesterday by the mountain climbing. So this is the last holiday for these. I walked the sands of the deserts of Egypt in these shoes. The ice of the Arctic Circle in Norway. But now they're almost done. The next holiday in America, hopefully in February, these shoes are done for. I've got to get new ones. I've got to replace them. Yeah, so we got a bit of food each. I don't know if we can finish this. Well, I need some of this at least. It is now 6:27. He is now here. I didn't finish my breakfast, but I'm not feeling the appetite, to be honest. In the morning, my body takes a while to wake up, and it's just not happening today. But I had enough to get the malaria tablet down. All right, let's go.
That's it. Sketch of Cape Coast. And we would go to the Kakum National Park. Now this is a forest reserve with this iconic canopy walkway. So from the Kakum National Park, we'll do 2 castles. The first castle is called the Elmina Castle, and then the second castle is called the Cape Coast Castle. Now in between, about halfway into the trip, I'll make a stop, and then we would have a restroom break. I'll use the restroom so that we are not so pressed. Then we'll continue our journey. After the second site, which is the first castle, the Elmina Castle, we would actually have lunch. I know, or let me just remind you, the booking that we did, it came with a PDF file, and that PDF file contains menu of what we can take during lunch. So we would have lunch, and then we'll continue with the last site. Any question for clarity? Once upon a time, it was not even Accra. It was in Cape Coast, where we are going today. The capital was in Cape Coast. Accra, or the nature of the landscape in Accra, is relatively flat. Groups are the Akants, the Guants, the Mo. Can we try it? Amen. Amen. Very good. So when you hear Ago, you would have to respond by saying Amen. So let's try it. I'll say Ago, and then you respond. Ago. Amen. Ago. Amen. Very good. Very good. Brilliant. And so these are the normal pleasantries that we use here in Ghana. And as we are on our tour, they arrived in the year or to use as their trading posts. But then when the slave trade got abolished, actually it no longer became lucrative. And they arrested him, and the Queen and the British. He was there for a few years. They governed together, and then he fell ill. The food
was good.
It's good.
Jollof and
yeah, our foods are quite spicy, you know.
Yeah, very much spicy.
I'll give you an option. Usually,
what is the option?
Okay, so the option.
I'm not very good with height.
Oh, really? Okay, so
what is the option?
So the option is that initially, when the bridges were constructed, 7 of them were constructed.
Yeah.
But over the years, they realized that some people naturally have, fear of heights.
Yeah.
And for the little kids, so they added an additional bridge. They call it a bypass.
Yeah.
Now with this bypass, when you do your first bridge, which gives you the experience,
Yeah.
you can decide whether to do the rest of the 6 to make it 7, or you do the bypass to just make it 2.
Okay.
And then you get your experience and you're done. That's why I'm saying that depending on we will all make that decision. If we think after the first one it is great and we want to go through with it, fine. If we think it's okay, let's just take the shortcut and then end it, well, we can also do that. So that is the option.
Okay.
Subject yourself to all of that.
No. Just
yes.
the one, kind of,
Yeah, so we can do the shortcut. Central region. Of the presence of the Liberians, changed the name or started calling this place Liberia Camp.
What the It's a new day, yes it is. What on earth? Bro, Kofi Kingston is massive, bro. Cosmos. Ribbit. We're just at a toilet stop right now, getting some refreshments. Yeah, the guy knows a lot about the history of Ghana and colonial history as well, so telling us a lot at the start of the tour, and then after that it's just been, now here's the Wi-Fi password, and it's a long journey there. He's a maximum 4 hours, depending on traffic. There's a lot of traffic coming into Accra, which is the opposite way we were going, which is great, but it was so congested, and he mentioned it was because a lot of people work in Accra, they live outside Accra, live in the suburbs, and then just drive in, which is like, that's a thing in like, even in like places like Australia, for example. But obviously, you know, in a country like that, obviously you have a lot of options, but over here, you just, everyone just drives in, so it's very congested, but yeah, not much I can say about the tour so far, because the tour's not really started, but the tour guide is good. He's very knowledgeable, and he's been teaching us to say welcome, to say Akwaba. And then in response, we had to say, I can't remember what we had to say. I recorded one when we say, like, someone says hello to us, and then we acknowledge them. I filmed that part, but I forgot. You remember? When they say Akwaba, what do we say? She forgot as well. Never mind. Is this supposed to happen? Just curious. Not that I know much about cars.
Big six. Was it one of the
Busy signal. We have those messages that we have to read. This one says good.
Darcy is the word. So when they say Akwaba, which is welcome, you reply with Madarsi, which is thank you. So Madarsi, got to remember that. Also, at funerals in Ghana, they wear the color red. Red just signifies sorrow. It signifies sorrow. I'm wearing red as well here, but yeah, we went past the funeral, and a lot of them were wearing red with black, and apparently it signifies sorrow in Ghana. So that's pretty interesting bit of custom to learn. I'm sure I would have learned a lot more if I was awake. I was on and off sleeping basically. After the first hour of the journey, been on and off sleeping, aside from the toilet break we had in between. So it's a 1 hour canopy walk, 1 hour hike. Mum's ready for it. She's very excited for a 1 hour walk. And after the 1 hour walk, we get to that bridge. There's 7 bridges. You cross the first one, and then you decide you want to do the other 6 or do a safety bridge. It's up to you.
Mike. Come on, come back. Yeah.
That's my brother.
Very steep, very uphill. Level ground
Yeah, level.
at last.
Short cuts and long cuts. Each bridge you cross, there is a tree with a platform that
Really got to watch your feet down these areas. It can easily trip over something. It's quite slippery sometimes too.
Just the same. I can do this.
We can do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when they go,
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Let me do it for you. That's a big one.
Are you okay? Is he okay? Same, very great height.
Thanks very much. Oh, thank you. Oops. Oh, sit down, Mom.
Glad I'm not alone, although on my tour group I'm definitely alone. I did one bridge, I felt it squeaking, wobbling. It felt like the plank was like tilting right, like it was going to fall over, but it's held together by a net and held up by trees. They say it can take 8,000 kilograms, which I believe, but it was still wobbling. And I'm quite a heavy guy, and it just felt like I was going to tip over, even though there was a net on either side of me. I did one bridge, I thought to myself, I don't know about 6 more of these, and at this point the fear kicked in. When my fear of heights really kicks in, like I sort of like freeze up and my heart starts racing. And it's hard for me to calm down at that point. Like if I could just calm down at that point, I could maybe like do it if you gave me like a couple, like 10 minutes or so, but they said you gotta make a decision now, 2 minutes max. If you either do it or you don't. I'm just like, that's not enough time for my heart to stop racing and for me to stop panicking and worrying about, like being anxious about what might happen, even though nothing will happen. The fear kicked in, I couldn't do it. This is why I can't do big roller coasters. Or like, you know, just general, like when I go into a skyscraper, they got a glass floor. I can't go on the glass floor. It's just, even though I think in my mind nothing's gonna happen, I just don't like the idea of it. It's just, it trips me out so much, so badly. So I just can't bloody do it. Some people have done the whole thing already, and I've not been here that long. But yeah, like the 2 bridges I did, I looked straight and I walked, held onto the ropes all the time, like they ask you. But I just felt it wobbling, felt it tilting to the right, felt it squeaking. It goes up and down constantly. And yes, there's a strong foundation to it, but it just felt too much to me. So I couldn't do 6 more of those, especially at fast pace. Like they expect you to go fast as well. Not fast on walking, but like they don't want you to stay in between bridges too long. The photos would have been good, the videos would have been good, but I'm sure my tour guide got something on Mum at least, and she actually wanted to do the other 6. She was actually like, she wanted to do it, and she was like, I'm going to wait with you, because I was scared. At first it's just like, can you go behind me please? But they were like, you got to decide now, and Mum was like, okay, I'll go to the group. And I'm just like, yeah, I can't do this. So this company has brought like 3 tour guides. There's a lot of people on the tour with us. There's a lot of different tours at the same time. It's like one collective walk. So there's one main tour guide to do the group, and like he does the whole group in one go. Like a lot of different tour groups together in like one huge group. That's how they do it. And 3 tour guides from the company I picked are here. So there's 3 different groups from the company we booked, plus a lot more different companies all together in one big group in the 11 a.m. slot. And even though my tour guide was gone, thankfully there were 2 more tour guides from the same company ready to like one of the guys followed me behind me on the second bridge, on the give up bridge. That's what I'm going to call it, the I gave up bridge. The I was too scared bridge. So yeah, that's good. It was good to have a bit of security there. Just keep walking, don't look down. And even the guy said himself, like, he's been doing this a few years. The first time he did this walk, he almost cried. So he just said some people just can't do it, and I just froze up and couldn't do it. I reckon if you gave me 10 minutes, I would have done it. I reckon. I know it sounds like an excuse now, but I could not decide that quickly whether I was going to do that or not. I just couldn't. But my heart was racing too much at that point. I just thought, okay, let's just do one more. I'm sure the views would have been great though. Yeah. But it's recommended not to film there because you can drop your phone, and when you drop your phone, you're done. The monkeys steal them and your phone's gone, unless it falls in the net. But I still could have taken video in between the walks, you know. Well, it's done now. Can't undo it.
Enjoy the rest of your day, okay? He's going to leave you. I'm waiting for the rest of the day.
All right.
How was it?
You were lost in that. I thought you were doing everything.
I was going to that. I couldn't
But
do
you
it.
changed your mind.
Yeah.
No pressure though. Yeah, we all have. That is why we all have the chance to decide.
Yeah.
Anyway, you experience it, right?
Yeah.
That's the most important thing. So, that's a way you have.
Which one did you do? Which one is it?
Shy Hills.
Yeah. We're going tomorrow.
All right.
Thank you. Cheers. Thank you. Yes. What's the mountain called we're going to tomorrow?
Ajati, the big guy.
Are you flying back tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yes, in the voter party.
Have you been here for a week?
Oh, you're going.
Since Saturday. Saturday.
What's today? Tuesday?
Yeah.
Sunday
Oh yeah,
we
all right.
start
Yeah.
the trip.
It's straight in and out.
Sunday
Yeah.
we start the trip.
Yeah.
Sunday all day.
Shall we?
Yeah.
Of course.
Mike.
Top 10, what's your experience?
9 out of 10.
You had a great time. Were you scared?
Only once I need the hand because it was very high to
Yeah.
step on. But apart from that,
I'm actually proud of her.
To reach up because some of the ropes are quite high.
Forgive me, but I actually thought you were going to take the show low. So when you said you were going all out, I was like, whoa.
I am the one scared, you know. But he is the brave. He said, "Oh, you have to go like that, you know."
But it's not that bad, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I can't really say that, but
Yeah, go
so you had a good time then, yeah?
Yeah,
You had a better time.
Last one is very new one, brand
Yeah.
new one.
Yeah.
So we don't need to hold it nothing.
You had a better time than me.
Yeah. You know the last one only step on, you know. It's
The,
very
the
hard.
last one was hard.
It's not hard, the step.
There was a high step on the last
high
one.
step.
Okay.
So I need the hand.
I would have panicked there. Well, at least Mum did it. Mum's first time in Africa and she's never going to forget it. That's what's important, creating these memories. And obviously, these vlogs will be part of those memories, even though obviously I wasn't there to film Mum taking the walk.
Wow. It's a mum tree?
And has taken over.
It's not a mum tree.
A parasite,
It's a child tree.
a parasitic tree took over the original tree. That's interesting. I didn't know trees can get parasites. And the parasites being other trees.
So you would also
Almost there. That one's for you, Mum. You survived it, not me. I didn't survive. I did 2, you did 7. What's going on? Have the Irish been here? To be football shirt spotting, and on the way here I spotted some Arsenal shirts, Chelsea, Liverpool, Man United, and PSV. I like it when I see other leagues that are not top 5 as well. So PSV was a good one. So was Benfica the other day, and even Fulham's obviously top 5, but they're unlikely to see. It is now 1 hour drive back to the city, back to Cape Coast. So yeah, we went past Cape Coast earlier, but we went past it to get to this area. Then it's 1 hour back. Then we get to see 2 castles. In between the 2 castles, there's lunch, and that's the tour. And then there's 3-4 hours back to Accra. But already for that experience, it was worth it. Even though I didn't do it myself, it was beautiful to see the views, and I at least did 2 bridges. May not have been 7, but it's something. It was an experience. Mum had a great time too, so I think already this tour is worth it.
So I'll come get you when we're here.
Yeah, fine, yeah.
Portuguese church. Mum wants to go to church in Ghana. Now we're going to church. Look. Yeah, I know. The Portuguese, the Dutch and the British also free countries to colonize Sri Lanka as well, believe it or not. There's something Sri Lanka in common with Ghana. Okay. I think you like to read this. There's some great views on the way here, man. I know some things as well, like they sell giant snails to eat, like you know the French eat snails. They eat snails here as well, but much bigger. And also I saw like a few houses, right? There was a house with like writing on the wall from the owner, I assume. And it says, "Please don't urinate here, stop it." And I was just like, we also went past the Cape Coast University. It was massive, had a huge gate, it was really awesome. What's there? I can fit in there.
Yeah, fit in there.
Yeah. Had to crouch. I think I need a step ladder for this one. Athletic Bilbao. Nice.
Yeah. So you guys are three, right? The normal supply of gold, the locals were given to the Portuguese. They had a reservoir built by the Portuguese. So the tube was connected whenever it rains. They store the water here for domestic use. When the Europeans came here, they never came along with their wives because they were dying out of malaria and yellow fever, to the extent that the coastal land of Africa was termed as a white man's grave. So because of that, they were abusing the women, the various dungeons here. Governor with the position was standing back on here. So the staircase where the selected women passed to the governor's bedroom to be raped. But when the ship arrived for the 3 months' time, 5 kg, equivalent to 50 pounds, those who refused not to by the governor, chains or shackles was connected to the cannonball with your hands or your legs. You be standing here morning, evening, no food or water. Will become weak from here to the governor's bedroom to be raped, to serve as an example for those in the dungeons. Whenever the governor called, you need to obey. So no matter what, you're going to be raped.
What would happen to the mothers of the children?
So the mothers, depending on your strength, those who stay here longer became mistress in the dungeons. Some were freed, some were taken as slaves. So depending on your strength. About 150 women were kept in here. When the women were brought in the dungeons here, they were not allowed to go outside the dungeons. So containers was placed in the corner of the room for them to ease themselves. Forgiveness in the name of my ancestors to African people who have faced the pain of slavery. I'm sorry, my soul cries with you, and my voice joins yours. Together we make memory in history. Just last year, August 2024. Any question, please? All right, you're proceeding. Portuguese started building. When the Dutch took over, they continued. So the bricks here is from Dutch. When they were coming here, they came along with those bricks to give balance to their ships. And also the beams, these two, that's the original beams. And the three over here. One, apart from that, there have been the changes in the beams. Alright, proceed. But when the British took over the castle, they removed the staircase here and turned into a drainage. So whenever it rains, water passes here to the door of no return. Today you're not going to the side to the door of no return. You're going to the main side to the door of no return. We are doing one of the male skeletons here. About 150 men were kept here. The men were in shackles, but the female were in towns. This will be, that's a boundary road or identification road. When the ship arrives, they need to identify what happened. Because the soldiers are afraid that when they enter Nigerians here, the men will attack them. So the female will tell them, they will drop them into fire. At the time of the slavery, we are not given a chance. Mr. and Mrs. Barclays, after the slavery, we are moving to the door of no return. So you bow down one step at a time. Sorry.
It's okay.
One step. One step. One step. You bow down one step. So that's the staircase where the selected women passed to. But when the British took over, they turned into a drainage. This particular room is where family members can meet. They can capture a whole family at the time of war. When they brought into dungeons here, they separated them because of procreation. Are you from India?
Sri Lanka, but
Oh, Sri Lanka.
I'm from London.
Oh, okay.
She's from Sri Lanka.
Oh, okay. Sri Lanka.
I'm from Sri Lanka, but I am with he's my son.
Oh,
He's
okay.
telling me, I'm not from UK.
So I saw, I don't know, it was 2 years ago something like that. They went through straight when the presidents are discrediting Sri Lanka, right? Yes. Just
Yeah.
it was the masses.
Yeah.
So that's the door of everything. So you can take your pictures and take it after the space and things. Cell for the corrupted soldiers. And some of the soldiers was from Europe, like ex-convicts. So once you're an ex-convict, you're not allowed to go out to the castle. But life in the castle was boring. Most of them went out to national court. When you are caught, you are motivated for some hours. So no one died here. You can see the ventilation is okay. We are going to compare to the condenser for the Africans. that's a condensed cell for the African freedom fighters. Those who want to free themselves from various dungeons. When you are caught, you are brought in here without food or water. When you died, you're thrown into the ocean. So no one came in here and survived. Imagine 20 people were brought in here, and the person beside you is no more, and you are waiting for your own death. This hose here was not a source of ventilation. That's the people who, when someone died, they come and peep into the body into the ocean. So no one came in here and survived. So one of the office right now, you can try and bust the sound.
We were there yesterday.
You want to buy it? No,
You want to buy it?
no, you.
Well,
Look, yes, I will.
Hey, sit down.
It's coming.
so you want, Mom has chosen to buy this. Okay. Something for your coffee. I prefer tea though, but, huh?
I don't think they would have been the size dress. It is too small.
Just this then, yeah? Huh? I definitely go in that shop. Just the downstairs one. Yeah. Bit high, isn't it? Yeah.
Vai uma fácil, vai. Direction and time. So I'm giving you a minute to take your pictures after that.
So windy up here. So that's not a castle, that's a fort. It's over there. Flipping Chelsea, you know. What flags can we spot? See Spain over there. That Egypt. US obviously, France. Flipping Chelsea again. Germany. That's Syria? Is that Syria? I don't know. Brazil. Israel. Canada. Chelsea. Why is there so much Chelsea, man? Italy. Or what's that red, yellow and blue one? I feel like that's in Europe. Or it's in Africa, actually. I don't know. Honduras down there? I don't know. Nicaragua. I think it's in Nicaragua. I need to learn flags more.
And also for today.
Think of the tour.
It's very nice.
Very sad as
cool.
well, no?
Yeah, very sad.
To learn about the slave trade and
Yeah.
what the Europeans did. There are even some descendants of Dutch people and descendants of like Dutch governors, Dutch soldiers and British. There's like Ghanaians with British surnames, Dutch surnames, like even like Van Dyke or like Johnson, you know, different English and Dutch names. And it's because there were female slaves here that were raped by the governor and they had children. And obviously these children were named and kind of brainwashed into thinking they're not African as well. There's a lot of history behind it. There's a lot more to learn as well. The sea was a lot closer to the castle before, so that doorway was like straight onto the ship. It would be a 3-month journey. Like 1/3 of slaves I think survived here, even less survived on the ships. 3 months journey to Europe. It's a lot about European slave trade, American slave trade obviously, and also Arab slave trade as well. Apparently the Arab slave trade was here before the European one. So that's why there's 2 religions here, 2 big religions there. Christianity's the majority here, but also there's a lot of Islam here as well because the Arabs actually came here first. So they mentioned a bit about that as well. So a lot of history. This castle, I believe, is 543 years old. I thought it was older than that actually. There was a lot to learn today. It was very educational, very sad and dark. And apparently some descendants found their way back home as well, which is nice. But yeah, it was really horrifying to find out what happened to certain people. So yeah, it's very eye-opening, very eye-opening. A lot to learn, and a good-looking castle too.
Good, thank you.
You remember my name?
That's fine. This is for you, David.
That's my contact.
Okay.
Yeah.
Up a bit.
Yeah.
Because it's a bit.
The woman was quite funny. I was going to buy it for her, but...
Let's go grab something to...
You want to buy anything? The shell? No, the shell.
Yeah.
Gave me this. They were like, make a donation, sign something. Gave them 100 cedis. And then Mum signed something. And they didn't give anything. And gave 100 cedis for her as well. That was 2 guys, and then like 3 men turned up behind us, asked us to buy some things, and we were just like, nah, gotta get out of here. Just like Egypt all over again.
Fell over. No, I didn't. No, he's past me. Sure, there isn't some like decent hotels like
Our hands with that and a bucket. What's the name of the fish?
Tilapia.
Yes.
Tilapia.
Tilapia.
You want some
How
drinks,
big is
right?
it?
So
It's
what
the
do you
entire
want?
fish.
Coke.
Yeah, can I have a Coke as well, please?
You can do it.
How about you? Do you care for any drink?
Any fresh juice?
Just
Fresh
what?
juice. So they have this juice that they have a mixture of. They have varieties, mixture of I think
Chicken. Grilled chicken.
orange and pineapple. They have the sample.
It's okay, orange, please.
Orange.
Yeah.
She wants orange and
You
pineapple.
want?
Just water.
Water.
Yeah.
Thank God what you have, what you provide us for our food, our Lord Jesus, and for this day. Bless each the hand who made this food.
Amen.
What's the green chili sauce?
But we teach him, you know, if they say.
Yeah, but flame melt, yeah.
It brings a lot of excitement. We are wondering, oh my gosh, what is this today? And you know, with our company, now they are great.
Yeah. Asking to like do like video calls and stuff. Yeah. Well, you know she was, yeah, a couple of days ago. I think she's over it now. She was like,
The entire fish. She doesn't normally eat much. Never eats a meal that big.
Oh my God.
Was that out of 10? Taste?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10, yeah.
Very nice.
I like the chicken as well. I think it's the best chicken I had so far in Ghana. And I had chicken a few times already. I give it the chicken 9 out of 10. It was great. And the rice was great too. Yeah, good lunch stop. One more stop to go, then a 4-hour drive back.
I was wondering, I was trying to look at that. That doesn't look like Ghana. That's actually.
Sometimes when we are out in the countryside and the reception is very poor,
Right, yeah.
it affects it, or it lost contact within some few minutes and then it will disconnect itself. We need to reconnect it back. Is it a
So
mango
nice.
or pineapple? I think this
So
one
nice.
is.
Ginger pineapple, so tasty.
That's nice.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's called ginger pine.
Yeah, ginger is good for the.
Yeah, good for
Yeah.
digestion. Yeah.
So that's the thing.
It's quite good.
Out of 10?
10 out of 10.
Raise your hopes up.
Yeah.
But then it can happen that I will be scheduled or I might not be scheduled. It depends.
Yeah.
Yes, it depends. So
What are Frank Doe travels like?
there are quite a lot of them.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Yes. And so, just to be fair, I don't want to give any bad comments about any company when I'm not really sure of them. So. All the way.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why the pickup is that early.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're overnighting though, we're not.
First day.
Oh,
You already done it in the first day.
you did the climb?
No.
No, they didn't do the waterfalls in the Volta. They did the waterfalls in the eastern region. It's called
Okay.
Moti Falls.
Yeah.
Amazing falls.
Yeah.
Getting back to the city.
We just got out of the car and there's already like 4 people trying to sell us stuff. From London. Yeah.
So far, so good.
Yeah, good, yeah.
David, one of my classmates, this is what I do. I put the name on the bracelet. Coffee is my name. It's a read. So when you write the name after two, I can put your name on the bracelet.
Oh, nice, okay.
Also, artists, when you come, you can check my shop.
It's okay. It's okay.
You have to be free. Nice, you are cool, you know. Because not, Ghana, it's everywhere, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You check what the civilians are. You want the way back, right?
No, it's okay. Just keep saying no.
What?
Just keep saying no.
So it's a self-guided tour. So just take 5 to 10 minutes. Let's look around. This is the Cape Coast Castle. And then our guide will join us.
You're on. Don't worry about that.
No, he's gonna have it. Yes, let's take some pictures here whilst we wait. Don't put it right here.
Let's take a picture there. I could watch that for hours. Now that is a view. That's insane. Imagine like a battle over here. So windy as well. Find it's like this most of the time.
Male slave dungeon, and this was designed to hold between 700 to 1,000 men. Would move into it. For up to 4 months. Some historians believe some of the enslaved Africans left it partially or permanently blind. This is the first of the 5 chambers, the strong room reserved for the aggressive men. If you are considered very strong like myself, you are not in here. In the dungeons, they did everything. They were fed, they slept, related, everything was done now. You see, these holes here serve as a source of light and ventilation for up to 200 men. And this was expected to carry rain to wash away their feces and urine through the trenches created in the middle of the earth. Now you can see how many times does it rain in a week, in a month. They were in a filtered here because that most of them fell sick, most of them died. Whenever an enslaved African was found dead in here, bodies were carried and thrown straight to the sea. It's tell that on their own lands, no enslaved African ever got a befitting burial. Look down, you realize you stand on bricks, the difference from what you see here. 1974, in Bofa archaeologists came to excavate. It came to work. Urine, feces, vomit, sputum, amongst others, left compact. You stand on the tears, the blood, the feces, the urine, and all that. You know the irony of all this? Right on top of this very chamber, the first Anglican church in Ghana started. Elmina, we have the first Anglican church of Ghana. Christian Post, Accra, the Presbyterian Church of Ghana was here. And the courtyard in Elmina Castle where I met you, Methodist Church of Ghana was here. Christianity in Ghana started within the slave castles. This Bible sits in front of the church. You move closer, you see the entrance. This is the entrance of the church, a blue door. And this to tell you that as they moved in and out of that church to pray, they were listening to love your neighbor as yourself. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not commit adultery. They could see, smell, hear some neighbors right against them before they entered to pray. Some of these neighbors were killed in the castle. Women were sexually abused. And the interesting bit of all this is that 50 years, an African ministered to another European congregation. Africans like him died here. So once upon a time, an African was preaching to the European for 50 years. Asus brothers were dying right by meeting. I know we would ask who, how, why, what, and all that. If you have any question about him, please wait as we step out. My first presentation solely centers on him. And before our questions about him, I step out. There's the final chamber. You realize that in this space you see no light. It is still very bright. Left intentionally to sort out these enslaved Africans. They were branded with hot metal. Some had portions of the ears chopped off, all for identification. This is where they sorted them out when ships came. This side, to that end. A tunnel. This is an entrance. It connects the dungeon to the door of no return. Women would join them there for shipment. 1834, they sealed the Captain George McLean would see to the closure to end slavery in this castle and pay respect to those that died in here. Bodies were thrown into the sea as they died. We still believe their souls remain here. It is to honor those that died in here. And this is the altar of the leader. Every other lead, Monday to Sunday, is here. He will lead those that still believe and practice religion through their Christ.
These tools there, those are not consulting as well as to pray, these them. You come at times full of gifts, drains, money, fabrics, and all that. People come here with a conception that their prayers and petitions is or will be answered. They draw those things as an offering. Here on this land, we have a rich cultural, historic, colorful, traditional festival. Fitu, a fashion, celebrated every first Saturday of September. We slaughter a ram in here, we kill a sheep, offer the blood as a sacrifice to the deity before we begin the festival. Where you stand is still an active and a very important shrine to the fantasy of Hebrews. Before we enter from the tent, you realize I knew myself and I kept snapping my fingers all the way in. We believe that before you enter anyone's abode, there is a need to knock. And what I did was my form of knocking for us before we enter. Ordinarily, we are not even allowed to enter shrines with footwear. It is never allowed. But this end is a tourist site. You cannot be ordering all your guests to take off their footwear. Rather, with the ones that know, understand, and appreciate culture and tradition, whenever the preach is Philip Kakum was a native of this land. Initially, a Jew, that was his name, a Jew. He became an officer in the British Army. 1812, the Anglo-Dutch struggle, the fight between the English and the Dutch, was shot dead at the age of 38. Letitia Elizabeth London, wife of Captain George McLean, she would manage to travel to Gold Coast to visit her husband. 2 months, found dead in her husband's bedroom. 3 things I said. First, as she came to get to know the husband had an African mistress, a side chick called Elmina. So the pain, the broken heart, all that would make her poison herself. Second says, no, it was rather the African mistress. She would come to the castle, disguise herself as a maid to finish her. She was not willing to share George. She wanted George all for herself. Third says, see, most of these Europeans came to Africa and died of malaria. West Africa was once called the white man's grave. Some came as short as a week or two, they died, but they kept coming around. Third says it was malaria that killed her, 1838 at the age of 36. I say they have mentioned 3 things. The one that best sits well with you, just stick to it. The last time I chose one for my group, I ended up in trouble. I mentioned I was the African mistress, and the women had issues with me. So I allow my groups to choose now. George McLean is very popular in our history. This man closed a tunnel to end slavery in this castle. It was his era, slavery ended here. It's very popular. Ghana has a famous document called the Bond of 1844. It was signed between Commander Hill, who was then the governor, and 8 fancy chiefs. That document ushered Gold Coast into 113 years of colonial rule. Here is the architect of the document. He would draft out contracts for them. It is through him they carved the Gold Coast colony itself, and a court system Ghana still practice. Our common laws was introduced to us by him. 1847, at the age of 46, he also died of malaria. The 46, his wife 36, soldier 38, Philip, the African 75. I always believe that Philip was used to the mosquitoes. He managed to live for that long because of the mosquitoes. He was really familiar with them. 18 feet deep, 8 foot wide. They connected this to the roof to harvest grain. They used this to cook for the enslaved Africans. They gave them this to drink. Before women were sexually abused, they cleaned them with this. It is to tell you that the only chance a woman got for a shower in the castle for 4 months was when somebody singled her out to be abused. So you can imagine 4 months in here and no one finds you attractive as a woman. 4 months in here without a shower. It is still serving its purpose, still a reservoir. What you see in there is pipe-borne. We've connected this to the national grid. Ghana today suffers from indiscriminate illegal mining. We call it galamsey in our town. It is really affecting regular food here. We feed our washrooms with this whenever we short water in the castle. Judging from the conditions you saw in the dungeon, you believe there is a place terrible in the castle than the dungeon. Oh, they created punishment cells. One for women that were not submissive, another for men that were rebellious. Let's see the kind of punishment you need. Please watch your head. This is a conveyor cell. It is also called the room of no return. So all doors and windows in the castle have been restored. That is only original doors in the castle. 361 years in Canopy. But if yours exceeds, you tried escaping, you fought an officer. If in any way you saw yourself a freedom fighter, they give them a hard time in the castle. You were attacked rebellious. First, they give you a good and a resounding beating at the courtyard. Next, you were dragged in here and you were left to die. And the painful bit is if they brought a number of men in here at a time, until the last man died, nobody left in. Those that were strong and resilient to stay alive for days were to endure the stench of rotten and decaying corpse. Confirmed that they were dragged out, displayed at the courtyard. Very stubborn men were brought back to see what happened to those they could not contain. It was designed to serve more of a deterrent to the living, equally to break them mentally. Initially, a storage room they would convert to serve this purpose. Rebellions at the point in time was rampant in the castle. They instituted a punishment scheme to calm them down. This is what best they came up with. And thankfully for us, no one dies in here today. So we quickly move outside. Please watch your heads. Woman. This is not an entrance, it is also not an exit. If you go too deep, you'd fall. It is over 13 feet deep. This is where you saw the shrine. Remember I mentioned that there is a tunnel that connects the dungeon to the door of no return. This is the tunnel. So you just stand here, you look down. When ships came, it is dark down there. The soldiers were not bold enough to lead them through the tunnel. They would not risk passing close to 1,000 men through this courtyard. If you didn't, they would misbehave. You can't contain them. During shipment, soldiers were stationed. Vantage positions, they had to count to confirm that everyone moved to the ship. So this is not an entrance, neither an exit. It is just a space created to count to confirm that everyone moved to the ship. Once again, if you move too deep, you can fall. Just stand here. And slavery here. Used ring were locked up in here. 7 to 10 days, they fed them once a day through here. So at least they were fed. So unlike the men, they did not leave them to die, but they were starved to survive. No candidate of rape was ever able to escape their views once singled out. Regardless of what she did as a woman, they had their way. It was reserved for those that were old enough to say no. You see a hole down here, and it's where they would urinate and defecate. Let's see what he cares, the woman. Women had this as a whole. They said they had two. First, second. 200 men locked up in each. They also did everything here. I tell my groups that I think it was terrible to be a woman in the castle than a man. You see, women aside being abused to menstruate. The woman was not in there for 4 months to menstruate, not even 4 times. Picture their crumbs, infections, and all that. That would be. I think it was terrible. Because they were raped, some were found pregnant here. Those that were lucky to see pregnant, they took them out and to break houses. They took good care of them until they delivered. They allowed them to breastfeed their babies. Babies were separated from their mothers. Mothers were returned to the dungeons. There they await the next ship. Babies were kept. They were educated. So up on top of the dungeon, the church doubled as a classroom for the mulattoes. They would grow to be the aristocrats, the influential ones, the big men and the women. Some became slave merchants because of what they saw growing up. If one was not seen pregnant here, but allowed to the newborn, they were killed. They were thrown overboard. Nobody was going to take care of a pregnant woman during that voyage. Nobody was going to purchase one. They saw this. We'll move to see the infamous door of no return. Very small. There was a large during colonial times. Officially, they moved goods to and through this castle. An enslaved African journeying through this lost his rights as a human being, loses an African dignity as a man, identity. One became someone else's property walking through this. Names were changed, tongues were lost, goods were displaced. We are not enslaved. We are going to walk through this door. We will definitely come back. Let's see what lies beyond the door of return. So, the door of no return, you would be met with boats and canoes right here to take you to the ships back in the day. The ships, because of the nature of the sea, would not be able to come ashore. They docked far from shore, they came with boats and canoes here. And because of a powerful belief in reincarnation from Africans, some saw prestige in death. Some jumped overboard to kill themselves willingly as they were taken to the ships. They believed that if they died here, they were coming back to life again. Unfortunately, some, having been tied together, to those that wanted to die were dragged away. So some chose it, others were unfortunate. And those that survived to the ships were packed on shelves, head till their voyage started right from here. This is the door of return here. This was brought here in 1998 when Ghana celebrated the first Emancipation Day. Some skeletons will be returned from the diaspora, their ancestral graveyard. The Americans came back from the ancestral graveyard with a woman called Madame Crystal. And those that came from New York came with a man called Samuel Castle. They would fly to Ghana. From Accra would drive to Abandon. If you came from Accra, just 20 minutes to Cape Coast, there is a fort called Fort Amsterdam to your left. I'll be also, if you miss it as you head back after 15 minutes drive, look to your right. From that fort, they returned the skeletons by sea. Very symbolic. They took you through the end. We are bringing you back from the same end for you. As a reminder to every black person out there who happens here, it is to remind the world that wherever you find yourself on earth, if you're a black person, you are from Africa. There's an invitation to our brothers and sisters across the globe to reconnect with their roots and their ancestry. We hold a special funeral celebration for them. We call this the Great Homecoming, and took them to Asenmans to be reburied. Asenmans because that is where they stopped to take their last breaths. In 2019, when Ghana marked the year of return, those that came also came with some skeletons. We did the same ritual for them. Those will be reburied at Asenmans. 45 minutes to 1 hour drive from here. You go there, you see the graves of the skeletons in return. I do a special ritual for every group, and I'll do that for you as well. I allow a minute of pictures. Those that want pictures, if you want a group picture, I can help you. If you want an individual one, I just take your phone, quickly help you with that. Move back inside for our conclusion. Just a minute, then we'll go back inside. Those that want pictures.
We learned this morning.
They say Messi. Messi.
Same story, admitting that Africans in their land where they hold the living vow to uphold this. In as much as I think it is not enough, it is a very powerful message. How they chose to end it. He said, may humanity never again be defeated. It's actually justice. We the living. They were not specific threats to justice. And I remember that what affects people directly finds a way indirectly to affect us all. Today it is his turn, tomorrow it could be yours. Once you help him fight and extinguish, does not even extend to you in the first place. So unfortunately, Nana is not the best person to be able to accurate account. The one with the first-hand experience, the most detailed account, have ears, eyes, but no mouth. You see, if these walls could speak terrible things, they would scream to you today. Worse, I will leave you with never again. And as you move beyond the walls, regardless of your difference, in the midst of any forms of injustice, do not keep quiet. Speak out. Just perhaps your words could be the final straw. It could cause trigger and affect the change in your life. I always admonish that in our own little ways, let us all contribute to making the world a better place. Once again, I am Nanako Apia, and it's been a pleasure being here for today's experience. Thank you very much for seeing me and listening with us.
That was eye-opening. Learn a lot more as well here as well. I probably put some things in annotations, just to like add on some things that I just prepared to say during the tour. But at the end, he said a message, and like the message was longer than that. I should have started recording earlier, but basically said like they stole slaves and stole captives from different countries, including landlocked countries like Burkina Faso. The way they kidnapped people, the way they took people, they could not have done it without the help of some Africans as well. So like he alluded to that, like some Africans played a role in that, in selling the slaves and helping capture them. So he said like, oh, it wasn't as much about pointing fingers, we know who did it, but it's more about never again. That's the message, never again, no matter what it is, not just slavery, but injustice in general. And an injustice in one place can be injustice everywhere. That's not the exact quote, but I think you know what quote I'm talking about. That's when I started recording, I think, but it was a good message. But yeah, they did some awful things over here. And this castle was built in different stages. So like, it was controlled by the Portuguese, this area, and then I think the Dutch, the Danish built the first thing here, then the Swedish, and then I think the Swedish first. And I think the Danish built that part there. And the British built the rest of it, I believe. And they built tunnels down there. When the British came along, it was the first one, and that was used for slavery, amongst other things. And after the British abolished slavery here, trafficking still happened for about a few decades, 2-3 decades apparently, so it's pretty bad still. But yeah, we learned about some really awful things that happen to people here, especially women. And yes, once again, very eye-opening. What happened at this castle and the other castle too. It was very interesting to learn about these things. So yeah, it was a very interesting tour. The guide was great. British controlled this area from 1664 to 1960 when Ghana gained independence. It's a very, very long time. But yeah, it was just really sad and kind of horrifying to hear some of the things that happened here and out of here as well. Also, going in there for a couple, for 5 minutes, coming outside, the difference in light was crazy. It was almost blinding. So like, imagine people down there for months, like 3 or 4 months, just down there, and then they come out and see light for the first time. Like I've just been in there 5 minutes, and I just felt like the light is so crazy. After 4 months, I just can't imagine. No need for annotations, but there was a door I filmed over there. I'll show you it. That's the only original door left. So yeah, that was near the male dungeons. Oh, at the punishment chamber, yeah. It's an original door right there. Oh, the stories we'd hear if these walls could speak. Trying to sell you things.
Going to have the same long drive back. Hopefully we
this football game.
Yes.
Is the local villagers playing?
Yes. So this is local teams.
Yeah.
Community teams.
Everyone's out, aren't they?
Clashing, of course. So that explains why all are in attendance watching the match.
All of what, sorry?
We actually love soccer here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we really do love soccer. So.
Yeah, I saw one earlier that was like a massive crowd, a big crowd for.
Yes. The crowd shows that they must be the most popular, teams around here. American football, right?
No, English football.
English football, yeah, football.
Not soccer.
Not soccer, okay.
Do you play football?
Me personally?
Yeah, you personally, yeah.
Oh yeah, I used to play for fun.
Yeah.
Those days, but
No, not nowadays.
nothing. No. I don't remember the last time I even kicked the ball. It's been like almost, is it? I can say 5-6 years.
Nah.
It's been
I'm calling my boyfriend if you want me to.
It's 8:35 p.m. You know what time we left?
Yeah.
The second castle. 4:22. Just over 4 hours this trip back. So there was a lot of police checkpoints on the way back. There was some on the way, but on the way back a lot more. Apparently the police check for like kidnappings, so, like check inside the cars, check if everyone in the car is willingly in there. That's what they're checking apparently. That's what the tour guide said. So they're just making sure everything's safe, basically, like no one's being taken against their will in the vehicles. And our car got checked every single time. I'm just like, we're just tourists on a tour with a great tour guide. The tour guide's name was Daniel, and he was great. Expedition Go seems to be the company to go to. They got a website, and on their website, it shows every single tour guide they got, all their names, their brief description about them. It's really how long they've been a tour guide as well. So it's a really trustworthy. It's a really trustworthy company, you know. And we got them again tomorrow as well for our next tour. So that's going to be great. So yeah, I already knew it was a good sign from the moment on the day before our first tour when we flew into Accra. They said, "Oh, your tour tomorrow, pickup time is this time. Be ready." And they do that every single day. The day before or the evening before, they tell us your pickup time will be this time tomorrow. Be ready, and they message you between like 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. So at a good time. And the tour guides take photos of you. They take their own photos of you, and they send those photos to your number that you provided on WhatsApp. And that's a free extra service, basically. So that's great. I tipped this guy well. Daniel was great, just like Emmanuel was great 2 days ago. Yeah, so we're going to get the photos today. Like, if you want to check more of the photos, go on Instagram. Over there, I post both the photos I took and also some of the photos that they took for us as well. I mix them both together. I got 2 Instagram accounts. One's called Davidoff Productions, and on that Instagram account, I just post like everything in one post. Like, you can post 20 photos now, so I post like 20 best photos from the day. My favorite 20 photos in the day in one post. And then on my other account, my more personal account, Monsieur Davidoff, it's called. I'm sure you can find it as well. That one, I post things more separately. I'd be like, okay, here's photos from Botti Falls, but here's another post from Umbrella Rock, etc., you know. But in terms of productions, I post them all in like one big photo bin. But anyway, yeah, today was a very good tour, apart from obviously the long drives over 4 hours each time. That's the main thing. But they are building a motorway. So they're building a motorway that apparently was supposed to be finished within 3 years. They started 1.5 years ago, and it doesn't look like it's halfway done. The tour guide said it's probably going to take more like 5 years, which makes sense. But that motorway will cut down a lot of time. So this trip, instead of being 4 hours long, it could take like 1.5 hours to get there after the motorway's done. So that's really cool. Did you know that, Mum? You know the 4-hour journey we just did? Yeah. They're building a motorway. Yeah. When the motorway's finished, it'll take 1.5 hours instead of 4. Yeah. Saves so much time. But yeah, the tour started, we're back 14 hours after being picked up. 14 hours. Which is pretty crazy. Our pickup tomorrow's at 9:30. So that's good, you know. We can have... We could probably, we could have 12 hours sleep and still be on time for the tour and have breakfast. No one's sleeping 12 hours here, but I'm just saying, like, theoretically. At least Mum could anyway, if she could sleep that long. Me, I got to edit 2 vlogs. I'll at least edit one. I'll probably be, at the very least, the next 4 hours I'll probably be up. But I will still get reasonable amount of sleep, I think. I'll be okay. Be the first time I get a proper sleep tonight since I've arrived here. I've actually not had I've not had more than 6 hours sleep any night since I arrived here. But for the most part, it's been a very good time here. I really had a good time. It's really enjoyable. After the tour, after we come back, we're a bit tired, especially Mum. But having a great experience, really enjoyed it. Like, Mum was very enthusiastic about doing the walk across the bridges. I was quite surprised by how enthusiastic she was, but she was all over it, and I was just like, no, I can't do this. And now I'm just thinking I should have done it. Like, it would not have fell. It's just that my mind, even though I don't think it will fall, in my mind it's just like, it's gonna fall. And like, the fear was just too much, overwhelmed me in the moment. But if you gave me 10 minutes, I would have done it. If you gave me 10 minutes, but they didn't give me 10 minutes. You don't get 10 minutes there. Because it's like one huge group of people with you, not just your tour group, but like 2 other groups in the same company and multiple other companies too. At least 50 people there. Like, you can't just wait. Unless you're last, you can't just wait. So it's understandable. But I did 2, I guess. But yeah, Mum did all 7. What do you think of the tour, Mum, today, out of 10?
Very nice, but my legs is hurting now.
Okay, but what about the tour?
Very nice.
Out of 10? Out of 10?
8.
8 out of 10, yeah? So what was the best tour so far out of the 3?
The first one.
The first one we did with Emmanuel, yeah?
Yeah.
That was your favourite one so far?
Let me see. Today is the favorite one.
Today's your favourite one?
Yeah.
And second was what? Yesterday or first day?
Yesterday is a bit challenging, but everything is good.
Yeah, but you ranked them. Which one is second place?
Yesterday I liked the boat.
Okay. So is that second?
Yeah.
Emmanuel was last?
Yeah.
Ooh. Unbelievable.
I like the boat.
He's going to watch the channel now. He's going to be like, how could you? You've broken my heart, Deborah.
I like Emmanuel.
Yeah, Emmanuel's a really cool guy. Yeah, we love Emmanuel. So yeah, we enjoyed all 3 tours. Just that, you know, some of the things we've done has been very tiring for Mum, but she's very happy she's done some of these things, and she's going to take back a lot of great memories back home. Talk to her church friends, talk about her Ghanaian church friends as well, and her Ghanaian friends who she's got at home in London. So it's going to be exciting.
Hello. Good morning, good evening. Yeah, a bit tiring, that's why I just came home. The trip is very, very good, and the thing is too much walking all day. I don't know where is my leg is now. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, how are you? Yeah. Yeah. What time, David?
9:30.
9:30. Flight? What time is it?
9:40 p.m.
9:40 p.m. So, yeah, I think around 6
6:15, I think we can go.
6:50.
15.
6:15. 6 o'clock. She said 6 o'clock is better because
Okay.
traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. She's booking for it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
But we can leave the suitcases in the room, yeah?
What time we are coming for with that after trip?
Maybe 4 or 5?
4 or 5 o'clock we are coming back. Then just going to the trip and come back and just go for it. Thank you so much. Yeah, God bless you. Bye.
What'd you say?
She's going to drop us. She's going to sit there. You ask them to.
Huh?
She's arranging somebody to take you to airport.
Yeah.
That's what 6 o'clock she said is because
Tomorrow,
yeah.
And we can leave things in the room, yeah?
Yeah, that's what she said. But
Yeah.
we are going to the trip and she was so surprised
What? Well, by what?
because we are going to the trip, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hopefully we are coming back on time.
Why is she surprised? It's only a city tour. We're staying in the city this time. We're not going outside this time.
Yeah.
Every other time we've gone
Won't
outside
take
the city.
That much time.
It's
isn't it?
apparently a 6-hour tour.
So 9 to 6.
9:30 to 3:30, but like every tour we've done so far, they've said it's this amount of hours and it's always been longer.
Yeah.
So
But it won't be longer than
that's why it said 4 or 5.
Yeah.
No, we'll get back before 6. Yeah, it's not going to be.
Person, yeah?
No, because if we got back at 6, that'd be almost 9 hours. It won't be a 9-hour tour. It's a city tour. We're in the city.
Yeah. You want to talk to her in the downstairs?
No, we're good. No, it's because we're checking out. Our checkout is actually the morning after. I booked an extra day so we could have the hotel room. We can come back and chill. So I want to just double check because when I filled in the form when we were at the hotel, I put 29th leaving day. I put 29th night because that's officially when we're going. But I had the room booked until the 30th, so I had to like confirm because on the form I put 29th. So just in case they might have adjusted anything, that's why I wanted to know that. But yeah, we're gonna pack up tonight, and I'm gonna leave my laptop in there and stuff. So I'm gonna have to come back and take that out. But apart from that, we're getting all packed, all set, everything in the suitcases. Go on the tour tomorrow morning, come back in the evening, then shuttle back to the airports. And that's going to be 2 vlogs. Airport vlog will be separate, so that's great. This part is just a 4-minute clip. My days. But we really appreciate the people at the reception, all of them. Like the one talking to her just now was a woman at reception who's always asking us if we're okay, how we're doing, what we're doing, asking us like survey-wise what they can do to improve. She's very communicative and very good as well. She helps provide good service for us, and she's not the only one. There's other staff members as well. There's the guy that I organized the first shuttle with through WhatsApp, and he's the one who welcomed us to the hotel. There's another young guy who brought our bags upstairs. There's the people at the restaurant. There's other staff members too, always welcoming. There's the security guards outside, always welcoming. Every member of staff at this hotel has been very good. So when you see the airport vlog, when we fly home, I'll tell you what the hotel is. But if you live in Ghana, you probably recognize the hotel because I think it's quite a big one. And I think even if you don't live in Ghana, I feel like with enough research, you can probably see what the hotel is. But yeah, it's a nice hotel, and it's nice enough to the point where maybe US Navy, but British Navy, Royal Navy soldiers are literally staying here as well. So clearly this hotel is important in some way. And the price isn't even that bad. The price is okay. Like compared to hotels I've booked before, this is just a decent price. And it's got a swimming pool as well, which you haven't used, but it's a swimming pool, perfect for hot weather. And also a gym as well. So a lot of great facilities. But yeah, aside from that, great tour today. We had a good time. The tour itself is actually pretty short, you know. We're just doing that boardwalk, and then that's the hardest part of the day. Then you do 2 castle tours, but those 2 tours are like, yeah, you climb up some steps, you go down some steep dungeons, but they're not long tours. I don't think either one was longer than 20 minutes. It didn't feel like it anyway. And lunch by the beach, and that was it. Like the tour itself wasn't big. It's just that the journey there and back, over 8 hours of driving there and back, that's where all the time went. But it was still a good tour. Like we got what we asked for, got what we expected. and it was good. That's not to throw shade at a previous store, I'm just saying. It matches the description is what I'm saying. But yeah, overall we had a good time. Like literally that damn thing yesterday was the only bad thing so far. Everything else has been fine. Even like the late pick after, like that's forgivable, even though it was over 2 hours late. But yeah, today was a good tour, and it's been 3 very good tours. 3 very good tours. And I look forward to one more great tour as well. I was gonna like be quiet about like how many days we got left. We kind of revealed it now, but because these vlogs are 3 days behind, by the time you see this one, I should have left Ghana by now, by the time you see this video. So just so you know. But yeah, 2 more vlogs to go. We were planning on doing something when we get back, but I'm still unsure if we're doing it. I'm not entirely sure. We might be very tired by the time we get back, but we'll see. Well, you want to, when we come back, you want to do that? No? Yes? The thing. Don't say what it is, but the thing. We come back in the morning on Thursday.
Yeah.
Are we going to that place?
Let's see how we feel.
If we have to decide, otherwise I can't book it. I can't book it last minute.
What about you?
I don't know.
Too much stress.
Too tired, yeah? Okay, so we're gonna cancel that. We can go in like March. Yeah, there's like a 2-day thing we had planned because we won something McDonald's Monopoly basically. But we have until the end of the year to book it, and we can use it up to May next year. So yeah, it's just basically there's a 2-day trip we can do because of McDonald's Monopoly. We were going to do it the day we come back, but yeah, because it's a place where it's closed until March from November 2nd. November 2nd is the last day and it's closed, and I'm working on those days. So this Thursday is the last day we can do it this year. But it is what it is. I guess I could say it's a theme park. There you go, there's a clue for you. All right, so this is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching, have a good day. I was hoping to have a Ghana cap by now so I can wear it on the last day, but I've just got my 3 team caps. So I guess I'll wear one of them again tomorrow. This is your boy Davidoff. Did I say that intro outro already? I think I did. But I'll say it again. This is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching, have a good day. And goodbye. You want to say goodbye, Mom?
Very, very goodbye.
Very, very, very goodbye. Is that English? Unbelievable.